Uh-oh. Why won't my Proton Wira start? That is the question that I've been asking, and we're going to be asking Dad in this video. As you can see, it's in the workshop and we are prepared to do some troubleshooting, some diagnostics with it today. If you've watched the previous videos, cosmetically, the car is very good, doesn't need much work there. It's not rotten, and when Shane and I went to pick it up, it wouldn't start. Bearing in mind it's been off the road for 14 years and not started up, there is a very good chance that there's something gone wrong with the fueling system. At least that's what Dad and I think. In this video, we're going to have a chat with Dad. We're going to do some troubleshooting and diagnostics, and hopefully by the end of the video, it'll be purring like a kitten and I will be able to drive it to Neil. No. But we'll soon find out what's wrong with it. Hello, good morning. How are you? You're not talking now, you're just silent film.
You told me to shut up earlier. I haven't been told I'm authorised to speak yet.
Well, I was trying to film an intro, and the second I hit play, you're trying to talk to me some nonsense about a JQ. Anyway,
well, you know, about her. It's a petrol one. The lady decided she didn't like her electric car anymore. She's going down the motorway, and then she gets to a service station. She has to sit and read a book for 2 hours.
Let's not upset the EV viewers by talking about that. We're having, hey, you're running on about petrol. We're having a petrol problem. That's what we're going to try and solve today.
Yeah, you've wasted 16 quid's worth of petrol chucking it in this.
Yes, I have. Shane and I thought it could be the knackered fuel. We've decided it's probably not that. We're with the Wira. You've had a good look around it. Cosmetically, it's okay.
Covered in dints.
It's got dints all down the side of it, car park dints. But
hey, what is it? How many? Is it per price per panel?
Well,
he'll get his money's worth there. You will.
We'll ring Josh another day. Let's make sure we can get it started. We're going to do some troubleshooting. Let's remind the good people of what's going on. Before we do that, though, I would like to point out the battery under here has been off charge and knackered for, 14 years. We've got the Optimate on the battery, and it seems to have pulled the battery back to life.
First time it said it's got a major fault and gave me the red warning flash. So I took it off and put it back on again. Then it come up to sort of halfway and gave me the red warning flash. But then I did it again and it got to yellow and green, but now it's in 2 greens.
Well, it's been on charge for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
We shall see if it's any
good. I
good.
kept taking it off and putting it back on again.
Yeah, I'll turn the Optimate off.
Yeah, because I didn't put that thing on because that thing sometimes makes them boil.
Is that the super duper one?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been setting the Optimate.
It makes them get a bit fat.
Yeah, we won't be doing that. But in theory, best will in the world, the battery now is repaired.
I think it's past its best.
Well, it is 14 years old, but it was brand new. I've been looking through the paperwork.
It was tread on them.
Brand new. Kick them under there.
Past its best.
I think the first thing we need to do is put some actual brake cleaner in the airbox, because Shane and I, all we had was cockpit shine. So let's try...
Cockpit shine?
Yeah. Let's try that first.
Shiny pistons, baby. I'll squirt new film.
I'll squirt new... Well, I've got to try and do this first. This alarm system, by the way, is a bit of a nuisance.
We'll see if it'll go first.
Have you disconnected the alarm system?
No.
Ah.
It was probably unalarmed. See if it'll go.
Ready?
Aha!
Well, hang on a minute. The battery is...
Yeah, it was starting to flag already.
Was it? Okay. Yeah. Right, here we go. Ready?
Go on. There you go, there's not a lot wrong with that.
So that, we've done the old school test of sticking some brake cleaner.
It's got ignition, it's got compression, ain't got no petroleum. Go on.
It's wanting to go, isn't it? It's wanting to run on it. Okay, that's the first test. So, just talk us through that, because
It's giving it some fuel, isn't it? It's giving it something to burn.
So the engine isn't clattering and banging and whizzing and whirring. It's not idling on that, but it's trying to go.
Yeah, it's firing, isn't it?
So that's telling you...
It's got spark.
Yeah.
And all the bits and pieces are going round in the right order.
So the engine's not seized. Good news.
No. It means the timing belt ain't gone running. It's telling us, mate, it ain't got any ruddy petrol.
So what's the quick way of finding out if it's actually getting petrol to the...
Take a pipe off and have a shufty scope.
Okay, let's do that. So from our Proton Satria project, we know that, well, it's the same engine. It's the Magma 1.5. It's a Mitsubishi engine, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 injectors under here. This is the fuel rail. So my advice is probably we're going to take this pipe off, right?
I'll take the spill pipe off, see if there's any fuel, get up to the rail.
Is this the spill pipe?
Well, it's the return, fuel return.
Fuel return. So if the fuel pump, because we're suspecting the fuel pump is not working, if the fuel pump was not pumping fuel properly, it wouldn't come out of here, no?
No, because it comes up here.
Okay.
And then it uses as much as it wants, and that's the pressure regulator, and it'll send some back. Let's face it, we need to see some fuel here, don't we? We need to see some fuel here, mate.
So the fuel will come out of here, is it?
Yeah.
It'll come spilling out of here.
Well, some will come out, yeah.
Okay. You go crank her over then. Aha! Nothing.
There isn't no central locking on it. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
But it knows I've not...
It's acting the Ned, probably because the battery's been off for so long and we've got all sorts of bits and pieces going
That's
on.
something to do with the immobiliser as well, though, locking it and unlocking it.
Is it? But basically, you've just started it up. Start her up again. Crank her over.
Yeah, it's not going to go, is it?
We've not got any fuel coming out of there. So what's that telling us? There's no fuel reaching the engine.
Yeah.
Could be one or two things then, couldn't it? Could be electrical.
Whoa, what, the ECU?
Could be ECU.
Don't use that as a thumbnail.
Or it could be mechanical, as in the pump, right? How are we going to check if the...
Could be that the mouse has eaten all the wiring.
I really hope that that's not the case.
The mouse has eaten all the wiring under the dashboard.
There's no evidence of that, I don't think.
It could be the fuel pump relay. Could be
Fuel
the
pump
ECU.
relay. What does that mean? That's the thing that
I'll tell you what,
the fuel pump
I'll
in.
go to my thinking station and think.
A few moments later.
After consulting the wiring diagram, you see this here, this connector here,
Yes.
is a fuel.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Is a fuel pump check connector.
How did you find that out?
I was sat on the lavatory looking at my phone. Instead of watching YouTube, I was looking at wiring diagrams.
Yeah.
This is why I do my best diagnosis.
So we suspected the fuel pump, so I sent Dad a link to the manual with the fuel pump.
Yeah,
and he's been
I
sat
didn't
on the
use
lav and
I
has
didn't
been
use
reading
that,
it.
though.
What you got there?
Connector A38, down there, look.
Where did you find that?
This is on Scribd.
So that is a
Fuel
wiring...
pump check connector.
That's a wiring diagram for the Proton Wira.
That's the MPI bit, single overhead cam, look. You can see that there's the relay unit. ECU,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the wire that earths out the relay, the fuel pump relay,
Yeah.
which is under the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the radio out to get it. That's the wire from the relay to the fuel pump. Fuel pump and the earth. That's the fuel pump check connector.
Okay.
So those are the wiring colours. It's black and blue. And that's that connector there.
So the fact that they've put that in the engine bay
Yeah, in case they ever...
tells me that the fuel pump relay is potentially, historically, a problem. Thanks, Proton. So how do we check that then, please?
With the special Proton fuel pump checking relay kit.
Well, that's a bulb on a stick, mate. Could you not get a probe?
I could, yes.
A special probe?
But this is putting a good load on it. I want a good load on it. I don't want just a test light. I want a good load to make sure there's no bad connections.
So you're putting crocodile clips and that thing on the test connector. And what is, so because I'm an idiot, as
Yes.
everybody knows, what is that going to show us?
If that lights up, it means that there's electric coming out of the relay.
So the relay for the fuel pump is in an awkward position.
It is.
It's under the dash somewhere.
It's under the radio.
Right, well we don't want to take that out because you hate taking radios out.
It's under the radio.
So to stop us from doing that, they've got this connector, and if that lights up, when you, crank the ignition?
It should come on, I'd expect, mate. It'll come on for a pulse to prime it up when I put the ignition on.
Yeah.
And then it'll come on when I crank it.
What you're saying is, I should keep a...
Did you see?
Yeah.
Lit up, didn't it?
Do it again.
Pulse to prime it up.
So that means the pump is priming.
So we've got electrics. That's took all that relay circuit and said...
That's some nice quick diagnostics. So you're happy that it's not an electrical fault?
Well, that's telling me my next port of call is at the back of the car.
Which means that we're going to have to take the fuel pump out. So back seats out?
You can get the gauge transmitter out from under the back seat, but not the fuel pump.
What, so the fuel pump is where? In the tank?
In the top of the tank, yeah.
So we're going to have to take the tank off?
Yeah.
Right.
Which is a piss poor idea, isn't it?
So we can't just take the back seats out and undo a hatch?
No. Not like you can on a Rover 75.
Right, okay. Next port of call then is to get the car jacked up, get the axle stands in, and what, drop the fuel tank?
Yeah.
Let's hope that's not seized.
It's amazing that I sat on the shithouse and discovered that. It's amazing what you can discover sat on the shithouse.
Right, okay, so can we jack the car up, please?
Okay.
What are you looking at?
The radiator, which you told me was new.
Yeah, I've had a look through the paperwork. Well, in 2010 it had a new radiator. The paperwork for this car...
I'm shocked that that battery's come up.
The paperwork for this car is quite interesting, actually. It's had, well, minimal servicing. It's had spark plugs and air filters, and the air filter is brand new. It's had a brand new radiator and a brand new battery, and that's about it. I suspect it's also probably on its original tyres. What are you doing?
I'm looking to see whether it should have central locking.
Well, it's it's the top model. You've got kick panels off and all sorts of stuff. Central locking? It should have on the key, yeah. I don't know what's in there normally. Is that electric sunroof? Well, no, because it's got electric sunroof, mate. Look, it's got electric sunroof.
So would that be central locking then?
Probably not. Is it electric mirrors?
Nope.
It's
got electric windows.
I doubt it's central locking in the middle there. I will have to consult the Oracle.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to get at is the central locking's not working if it is.
If you've got a Proton Wira or a Persona, what's that in the middle for? It could be that it's not working because the bonnet's open. Yeah. Is there a? It's normally under here somewhere. It's on here on my Impian.
What's that switch?
There's like a little switch here. There's no switch there, mate. I would suggest it's probably mechanically.
Yeah, what I'm trying to... It's all right, I'm looking...
You're thinking about things that we don't need to think about.
Nah, I'm miles ahead of you.
Right, we've got the car jacked up, and before we try and take that fuel tank off, take a look under here. It's a little bit rusty. But the spring's not broken by the looks of things. This arm, well, it's covered in rust and all that sort of stuff, and we've got a bit of paint flaking off here. But the actual arch is not rotten, which is good news. This is going to need wire brushing and cleaning all off and freeing all off. It's not that stuck though, is it, at the back? There's something ticking in there.
No.
We'll have to have a look at that.
Is he still there? Oh, it's gone.
What's that?
There was a whacking great spider living over there. Oh, he's there. He's still there.
Well, yeah. Leave him alone then.
Yeah, he's living behind that top arm. He's still there. That's where he lives.
He's an import because he's come from Derbyshire,
yeah,
all the way to Lincolnshire. Yeah. Okay, we're going to have to, Lanagard all that when we get it sorted. Oh yeah, I'm going to do a proper job, mate. We're not doing this by halves.
Anti-clockwise.
Shaney boy wants to race it.
Right.
It's not rotten
So
though,
we
is
take
it?
the petrol tank off then?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Hey look, the power of television. The petrol tank is off.
You want one of them?
What's that? What you spotted?
That breather hose has got some.
Oh yeah, that's no good, is it? It's all corroded.
That's all right.
We've got the petrol tank off. The reason you didn't see the process is because it was a little bit of a nuisance. And also, I went to the loo and Dad had got it off. What, four bolts, is it?
The hardest bit was getting this undone because that was very tight.
So what's this?
That's the fuel pipe.
The fuel pipe. So under here is going to be the fuel pump.
Yes, son.
What's this?
That's the gauge sender.
So this is the bit you can access from the rear.
Yeah, you can take a little plug out on the floor.
What? I don't know why they've done that.
If I knew the answer to that, I would be.
What's this bit at the front, mate?
At the back?
At the back of the tank, yeah. Front
It's like a breather thing, isn't it?
Like a breather thing here. You've obviously got the pipe that goes into your fuel. Is this the full fuel filler? This is where the fuel comes in. And this is where your breather is. You've had to take all my fuel out then.
Petrol goes in,
yes.
Petrol goes out.
Thank you.
I did take all your fuel out, and it's in cans, and it's down the bottom of the garden. Some of it came out and it looked like cold tea.
Oh.
It didn't look very good at all.
So could it be that the fuel...
It's killed the pump.
Filter is no good?
Could be. I think the fuel filter's under here, isn't it?
It's the same as the Satria, mate. So it's going to be, hang on a minute, I'll show you, under here, somewhere. Last time you did one on the Satria, you cut your hand open, if you remember. You're putting it back on charge, eh?
Master.
Now, before you say it in the comments, why didn't you smack the tank with a rubber mallet whilst trying to spin it over? Well, we did, and it didn't solve the problem, but we did try it. It's the age-old repair, the quick bodge, but actually, we didn't think that was going to solve the problem, and it didn't. Let's get this fuel pump out. You told me off camera that you had to buy some tools to do this job. What did you have to buy?
I bought some. Well, I've bought some new flare nut spanners that's bigger.
So under here is the fuel pump. It's an in-tank fuel pump as opposed to an external fuel pump.
I don't know what's in here. I wonder what it looks like.
I'm hoping it's a universal part and it's not a special thing I'm going to have to either buy from Malaysia or rob from another Proton that we have in stock.
Proton, I like my Proton. Did the petrol gauge work?
It was acting the neb.
Was it?
Yeah, when I first started the car up, it was showing that there was about half a tank of petrol in it.
Started it up?
When I first put the ignition on, when Shane Boy and I went to pick it up, and then by the time we'd finished farting around and not being able to start it, it said there was no fuel, which is why we put some fuel in it. Out it comes. Aha!
Hang on a minute. I don't want to bugger that one. It's too late.
Oh dear.
Can you get a gasket for him?
Oh, probably not.
Bugger. It's buggered. We'll have to make one out of neoprene.
The gasket has failed.
It's not that old a car. I don't see why you shouldn't be able to get one. Do you?
Well, these fuel tanks were used on the original Sagas, the Iswaras, right up to wherever, I suppose. Oh my goodness. That's your problem, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks a bit...
Looks a bit rusty.
Yeah. Looks to me. Uh-oh. There's the filter thing.
There's like a tea bag strain filter.
It's there.
Oh, has it come off?
Yes.
Right, well there's the problem.
It looks a ruddy mess in there. Then again, it has been stood for a long while, hasn't it?
That's like it's been at the bottom of the North Sea. Oh dear.
See that there?
Yeah.
It's just...
Disintegrated.
Disintegrated. That's a bloody mess, isn't it?
Let's have a look in the tank then. Let's have a look.
Okay, Gromit.
Oh, thank goodness we've not started it up.
That's not very good, is it?
How does that work as a thing?
It's an electric motor with a pump on the end of it.
Okay. Facilis action pumpos. Is there any way we can clean that up and get it pumping? Or is it worth just putting a new one in?
And it's a universal thing, is it?
Well, it looks, well, need to find a part number.
Let's be honest, we'll just see if we can make that go, but...
Okay. That's knackered. Very rotten, very
It is,
rusty.
isn't it? This is what's happened. It's just...
I think we found the problem.
Yuck. I don't like doing this.
Oh, I'm guessing you're going to apply power directly to it. Be careful when doing this.
I'm not going to do it. I might not even do it. I don't like doing it. I'm going outside to do it. Get me jump pack, son.
Jump pack.
Get me jump pack, son.
I'm glad we're not working outside. It's like -2 out there. Right, talk us through the experiment, please.
Just going to stick some electric to it, John boy.
And what will it do? What will we see?
I don't know. Look and learn. Let's have a see. I don't think we'll see anything, to be honest with you. There's a circuit.
It's not doing anything, is it? Let's get...
Seized up in it.
Let's have a look. Do it again, please.
Hang on.
Yeah, what should be moving? Anything?
Well, no, it'd be buzzing and making... You'll not see anything.
Oh, we'd be hearing it whiz and whir and pop and bang, yeah? So there's corrosion on those electrical terminals.
Inside?
Well, yeah, at the top, but...
There's a circuit. I told you there's a spark, isn't there? So there's a circuit. Can you see?
Yeah. Okie dokie.
So there's electric going all the way around.
Yeah, it's no good, is it?
It's... The technical term is it's
Buggered.
past its best.
Okay, so we need a new one.
We do, mate, don't we? We jolly well do. That's what we expected, didn't we?
So the fuel pump is seized. It's no good.
Look at the state on it.
It's no good. It's beyond economical repair.
It's no
So I need to buy a new one. Now, how easy is that going to be for a 2002 Proton Wira? Bearing in mind these fuel tanks, like I said, are in the 1.5 SEs, 1.5... Yeah, they're in all the Protons, basically. There might be one on my Impian. So we found a new pump kit. It's £29 delivered. So we've got that on order, but it doesn't come with the housing. So it's just the pump and the wiring and the cabling and all sorts of stuff with the clips.
Bit of DIY.
Bit of DIY will need doing. We're going to take it out of there then and see if we can get it out okay. So out comes the pump from the housing. Hopefully we don't break it. We're taking lots of reference photographs as well of the wiring to make sure we know how it goes. Oh, there it comes. Good.
It's not that bad, is it?
So there's the pump. It's out. It's posh rotten. It's no good.
It'll have rotted out inside, won't it?
Yep, absolutely.
It'll be seized. You know what it'll be like. It's not even worth us wasting our time with it.
Nope, not for the sake of 30 quid. But I have questions.
Yes, mate.
Question 1.
Yes, mate.
How has the pump got that rusty?
Condensation.
Question 2. Is the fuel filler neck rotten?
I've seen worse.
Question 3. Is the fuel tank inside as bad as that?
No, it's not.
So it's just because it's been stood with no fuel, I suppose, in it.
Condensation.
And it's condensed. Okay.
And
Well, we can't do much more now until the new one arrives.
the petrol goes... Blah. I've seen a lot worse.
But we've answered the question as to why the car won't start.
If we was to just put a... Yeah, we can make it go. Brum, brum. Brum, brum, brum.
Well, actually, we've saved ourselves a bit of money because there was a coupon code on the eBay listing, so it's cost £21.50. That's going to be here in a couple of days. Here's the pump. Let's have a look. There's the connections. It's okay. So it's just, well, it's just knackered. It's just all no good.
Deposits. I'm not even going to waste my time with it.
No, we're going to clean the tank out. We'll do that. We're going to clean this off. You confident that's going to fix it?
If that doesn't fix it, and the fuel filter, I will only eat half as much for my lunch as normal.
The pilchards are safe.
I had pilchards for breakfast.
Please now tell us about the tools that you are so dying to tell us about. What have you got there?
I had to undo these with mole grips, and I thought, that's not very good. So John's going to buy me these.
What are they?
These are flare nut spanners.
Flare nut spanners, US Pro. How much were they?
£19.99.
Cool, blimey, where were they from? Tool Station?
Tools to You Direct.
Who?
I always use them. They're wonderful.
Tools to You Direct.
Yeah, they're next day delivery.
Yeah.
Look.
I don't want to look because it'll show me your address, mate.
All right, I'll cover my address up. Look, Tools to You Direct. They're on the eBays.
There you are.
Next day delivery by every. But they're normally a day late dispatching them. But
you got some.
I ordered these on Sunday and I got them yesterday.
There you are, and you managed to get them. Thank you very much. That's how much I owe you. Wah, wah. That's not what you want in your fuel tank, is it? I'm going to buy a fuel filter as well, because the last thing we want is this in my engine.
Injectors.
Or in my injectors, because they're £30 a go. So the next problem is this knackered hose. It's just disintegrated, doesn't it? It's like a fuel breather pipe. Is it universal?
What it is, it's when you're filling the tank up, this joins to the filler neck to let the air out the tank so your fuel goes in.
Okay, I can get one off like Auto Dock. It's £30.
What, for a proper bit of...
Well, I don't know if it's a proper... Yeah. There you go.
It's just...
Show us the split. Oh dear, that's no good, is it? You don't want that in your life. No. Maybe that's caused the...
there you go. That's a good thinking, actually.
The condensation to get in. We'll have to...
15mm internal diameter.
We'll find some of that. I have a cunning plan in that I've got a scrap Impian stood in my back garden.
It's worth having a look, mate, isn't it?
It's worth having a look, yeah, as Dad says, to see if there's a pipe under that bonnet or somewhere that's any good before we buy one on eBay, I suppose. Yeah. We'll sort something out. It's a job for another day. Well, there it is then. That's why the car won't start. Dad diagnosed it, and actually, if you watched the first video, Shane and I diagnosed it as well. As no good. The fuel pump is dead. So we've ordered one of those, £22. I've ordered a fuel filter, £8, and we've ordered some breather hose as well, £6. So we're about £35 into the project so far. Not too bad. Did you think that was going to be the problem? The fuel pump had died, or did you think it was going to be something else? Thankfully, it's not as Dad said. A mouse got under the dash and has eaten all the wiring. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up please. If you haven't already done so, comment down below, hype, like, subscribe. You know all the stuff by now. More on the Proton Wira coming soon. Till next time, have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching this latest video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, I've selected a couple more videos for you, especially on this page. You might enjoy those, and don't forget to subscribe to always keep up to date with the channel.